Hello everyone, welcome back to this array series in JavaScript. And today's question for the day is that we have to left rotate an array by k places. For example, so suppose you are given this array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's suppose we have k is equal to 2. So we have to left rotate it by 2 unit. So if you have to left rotate, then 1 will go to, this is called first pass and this is called second pass. So 1 will come over here, 2 first pass and then second pass. So this way all the units will left shift by 2 unit. All the units will left shift by 2 unit. So I can say the output will be 3 will come to here, 3, 4, 5, 3 left 1, 2, 4, and this 1 will come over here and then 2. So this is your output. Let's take one more case. Example, array is equal to, suppose you have 4, 2, 1, 6, 8. Okay, and let's take again k is equal to 1. Okay, then output will be, so we have to shift all the units by left shift. So 4 will come over here, 2 will come here, 1 will come here, 6 will come, so left unit. So I can say output will be 2, 1, 6, 8 and 4. Okay, so how do we do this? So first I can say, if you notice this one, 1, 2 came at the end and then 3, 4, 5 at the beginning. Okay, so there are many ways to solve this question. Let's start with the first one, method 1, using very famous shift operation. Now before directly coming to the coding part, let's understand what is shift and unshift operation. So if you are given an array 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, so shift operation removes an element from the beginning. Remember, from the beginning. And if similarly if I ask what does unshift operation does, then unshift will remove elements from the end. So shift operation will remove elements from the beginning. So I can say, if I do array dot shift, then the output will become 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so one element from the beginning gone. So if I say that once I'll do array dot shift, and the same element I can push at the end. So which operation is used for pushing the elements at the end? Very famous push operation. Pushes an element at the end. Okay, so using these two operators we will solve this question. So coming to the coding part, function rotate by k unit, and we will get in the array. So directly one iteration for let I is equal to 0, I less than how much? K, I plus plus, array dot push. We don't need to modify the original array. Like we will modify in the original array. We don't need to take any extra array. So array dot push, array dot shift. So each time the elements from the beginning, it will remove the elements from the beginning and it will push at the end. So this is directly using shift and the push operation. If you talk up the time complexity, then I can say that each time the element is shifted, like from the beginning it is taken and it is shifted at the end. So k times this performance is done, and how many times, like throughout the element, throughout the loop. So I can say the time complexity will be k into n. If you talk of the space complexity, it is not using any extra space, so we go from. So this was your method 1. Method 2. The second method, we can do this using iteration. If your input arrow is 1 2 3 4 5 and k is equal to 2, so output was 2 unit. So 3 4 5 and then 1 comma 2. So if you see 3 is getting shifted by 2 unit, that means we have to store this 1 comma 2 somewhere. We have to store this 1 comma 2 in some variable, and then we are shifting the rest elements in left, and then at the end we are appending it. So same thing, what we will do, first we will store first k unit in temporary array. Done. Storing done. Now what we have to do, shifting also done. Now at the end what we have to do, we have to append it. So now come to the coding part. First, for I is equal to 0, let I is equal to 0, I less than k, I plus plus. What we have to do, temp of I is equal to array of I. So storing temporary part is done. Now shifting. For I is equal to, from where, k less than n, I plus plus. Now what is n over here? N is the length of the array. Okay, so we have to shift it back, but let index is equal to 0. Let's take index which is 0. So I can say array of index is equal to array of k, but we have to increase this index also so that it gets updated every time. So shifting also done. Now at that we have to append it. So appending part, how many elements? K elements. For I is equal to 0, I less than k, I plus plus, array of index plus plus. Now we stored where? We stored in the temp. So temp of I. That's it. If you talk about the time complexity, then this is big O of k times k elements. Time complexity, this is n minus k, big O of n minus k. This is big O of, again this is big O of k unit only. This is big O of k unit only, right? So if you talk about the time complexity, then time complexity will be k get cancelled. So I can say big O of n plus k. Space complexity, yes we are using how many? K, big O of k, temporary array, right, of k unit we are using. So this was your method number 2. Third method, very interesting method. Let's take again an input array 1 comma 2 comma 3 4 5. K was 2 and output was 3 4 5 and 1 comma 2. Okay, now if you carefully notice some pattern, you will observe. What is this pattern? So 1 comma 2, we will break this first two element and 3 4 5. So we get 1 comma 2 3 comma 4 comma 5. Split this, reverse this, 2 comma 1, reverse this, 5 comma 4 comma 3, join them. Now reverse this final array, 3 4 5 1 2. Isn't it same? So what we noticed, first k unit we have to reverse this individual elements, and then we will reverse from starting to end. So first reverse time, method 1, step number 1, reverse from where to where? 0 to k, reversing from 0 to k. Second, reversing from k to n, reversing from k to n. And third, reversing we are doing from 0 to n. Okay. So same approach, let's code it now. But since we are doing reversing part, so first we will write the code for the reverse function. So function reverse. Now reverse takes 3 parameter: array, start, comma, end. Array, start, comma, end. While start less than end, while start less than end. So we have to just, end will become start will become end. So I can write array of start, array of end, array of end will become equal to array of end, comma, array of start. If you know the basics of JavaScript, so this will be assigned to this, and this will be assigned to this. Start plus and end minus. So this is called swapping. We are basically swapping the starting and end elements. It's like suppose if you have this array, so we are swapping it. So this is the function reverse part done. Now 3 reverse we have to do. First we will individually call reverse method. We will pass array. Now 0 to k. Next reverse array, comma, k to n. So now we have to reverse, last reversion we have to done from 0 to n. 3 time reversion, and we will get it. If you talk of the time complexity, one single iteration is performing, right? Single iteration. Next, space complexity, we are not using any extra space. We are just modifying the original array only. So big of n, time complexity, and space complexity is big of n. So this is the best case. Okay. That's it. If you understood this question, so I'll give you another question. Today we did left shift by k unit. Homework. The next question will be right shift by k unit. Just similar pattern only, nothing extra we are doing. So next class we will be discussing this question. If you are still tuned, like this video and subscribe to this channel. Thank you.